All right, back to work. Here we have the handle scale all painted up and a piece of black carbon fiber that we're going to attach to it. Okay, now's as good a time as any. Let's just take a minute and hear a word from our sponsor. Okay, so here we're just getting ready to glue up the carbon fiber on the top part of the handle scale. Then I'm just going to clamp them together with some vice grips. And after they've dried, we're going to head over to the bandsaw to cut it out. Cut it out. What are you, a bum? Your bandsaw table looks awful flimsy there. Now we're going to head over to the drill press setup. Nice new drill press setup there. Look at that. We're going to drill out the pivot hole for our pivot pin. Look out, what are you doing? Okay, here I'm just chucking up the drill bit with one hand while trying to film it with the other. And now I'm introducing the new Bum Knives tripod. Look at that. Fancy. Spent big bucks this time. Ooh. Yay! Okay, like I said, we're going to drill out the pivot hole. And now the other side. And here we go, 2 matching handle scales with pivot holes. Okay, so the title of the video is How to Make a Knife, Concept and Design. So here we're just going back to the mock-up table. I have the handle scales with the pivot hole drilled out. And now I'm trying to figure out a good placement for the hole for the blade. This is a good way to make sure everything fits, opens and closes, and works properly, such as the blade sticking out the end. It can help resolve issues like that, or when it's fully open, how far back it will open, stuff like that. Okay, so I have a hole marked, and after I mark the hole, I'm just going to fold the blade over in the open position to the closed position and make sure everything fits nicely. As you see here, it is not a very good fit. It's no bueno. Okay, since we haven't drilled the hole yet, it's easy enough. All we got to do is move the placement of the hole before we drill and try again and make sure it works this time. There we go, that looks good. And back over to the drill press to drill the pivot hole out on the blade this time. Okay, when you do this, use extreme caution. You really should have the piece clamped down so that way it can't helicopter. As a matter of fact, I'm going to stop and just drill the rest out by hand. Okay, now that you have it all drilled out, you can take it back to the table to see how everything fits together. And this is a good place where you can figure out what else you want to cut out for the back, for the final look of that, and the front of the blade, how it's all fitting together. Okay, this looks like a good stopping point. So join us next time where we'll be finishing the blade shape and possibly getting into doing the bevels and working on the back spacer.
Yeah.